What would I live for if I don't have you in my life? What would I give if you take the Holy Ghost? What would I become if I didn't see your light? What would I be saying of me if you didn't hold my hand? Now I've come to realize that you are all I had. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. Hey! I'll put you in front of my melody. You are all that matters. I'll make room for two. I'll make room for two. You and I, Jesus. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. Is it the house or is it the car? I'll give them all to you. Is it the name or is it the fame? I'm nothing without you. What would I become of me if I didn't see your light? What would have been said of me if you didn't hold my hand? Now I've come to realize that you are all I have. You are all that matters. I'll put you in front of my name. You are all that matters. I don't believe us in the house tonight. I'll make room for two. You and I, Jesus. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. You are all that matters, Jesus. I wish I could hear you sing it out. Oh, well. If it matters to you tonight, can you lift up those hands and speak in other tongues and blast in other tongues as you worship the King and the Lord of Lords, the one who all things new.
Good morning, great people of Dsap set 31. Good morning to you. Who has this moment as morning to you? Good afternoon and good evening. It's my great pleasure once again to welcome each and every one of us to this beautiful day, Monday, the 16th day of November, and our day 8. Amazing. Amazing. I mean, after today, you have 4 days of class work to go, and you will become miracle workers with your hands, creating websites, designing all manner of things, whether in interior or whether they are graphics, or your hands are baking cake, baking bread, or you are painting faces in makeup artistries, or you are, you are building up smoothies and fruit juices. We look forward to the end of this week. It's my pleasure to get us ready for this morning. Thank you very much. We will be starting our business management skills training very early this morning. Okay, at the dot of 8, I will just start off. And I trust that you will be ready then. I see you in a few minutes. You're welcome once again to Dsap set 31 business management skills training. I hope you had time to watch the videos of last week. Every one of them on YouTube. We see them on YouTube. Today we will be considering something very, very important. You remember we had shared at the beginning the principles, or the key skills you need to be successful as a business entrepreneur. And today we'll be looking at one of those critical factors as well, just like we did in the past two of these sessions. The essence of you producing anything, whether goods or services, is that you will sell them. You will exchange those materials, those goods, those products for your customers' financial resources. It's a waste of time for you to bake the cake that only you will eat. Unless if you attended this program just simply to learn to just bake cake and eat. But if you came to learn so that you can bake cake and sell, I will say you're welcome. You're welcome. It's a great season. It's a great season to be here. Okay, this morning we'll actually be looking on at the basic business marketing. Basic business marketing. While I connect to my screen, I will join us. I trust that we will have a great time today. If your goods must be sold, if your goods and resources that you produce do not stay with you, if you don't become the consumer of your product, it simply means that you will need to learn how to market. There will be no sales without marketing. There will be no sales without marketing. And you will remember on the first day of our business management skills training, I told us that one of the greatest skills you can learn is that of marketing. If you can learn marketing and you're good at it, you'll be successful in life. If you can sell anything, you will never lack money. So, but some of us, thank God, gratefully, we have come to learn skills. But those skills will become useless if you do not practice them. And when you practice them and produce some things, it's very important that you monetize them for money. They said basically, one of the honest truth, one of the greatest facts about business, about entrepreneurship, is to maximize profit. Whether we believe it with our religious eyes or not, that is the truth. That is the truth. Okay, so we'll just dive into this morning's session, basic business marketing. What is it all about? Basic business marketing actually, just refers to all the activities a company or a person does to promote, to promote and sell product and services to consumers who are your customers. There are activities that you must engage in to get your product sold to the eventual end users. Those activities are called marketing. From the basic you speaking to somebody, campaigning to somebody, you should saying the features of your product to several things. But today we'll be looking at some of those basic things, that we need to understand in this aspect of marketing. Today we'll be looking at the marketing mix. I'm sure you can see the gentleman they're trying to mix some ingredients, maybe to be able to produce either a cake or a loaf of bread or loaf of bread. So you find the man is mixing several ingredients. Inside there, we can see flour. We might not see them, but we know inside that container he must have had things like flour. He must have had things like egg, things like sugar and a whole lot more. He mixes them to come up with what you and I will eventually, after they've been baked in the oven, eat as cake or as bread. What that man is doing is typical of marketing mix. Okay, what is marketing mix? It's very critical. For you to understand the marketing of your product, for you to be successful at marketing and selling of your product, you must understand marketing mix. What is it after all? Marketing mix is all about, or is made up of 4 unique interdependent variables. There are 4 ingredients that make up marketing mix. There are 4 independent variables or 4 independent ingredients that make up this. Okay, we also understand that these independent variables, for you to be successful in marketing, you must learn how to mix them properly together in a unique proportion. Just like in your recipes for bread making or for cake making, there must be a quantity of sugar. You will mix the quantity of flour with the quantity of egg, with the quantity of butter or margarine or any other thing you need to put in them, even including some flavors. You must mix them. The way you mix them, the way they are mixed, the proportion of each will have an overall impact in what comes out. So the same with marketing mix. The proportion of these 4 key ingredients, the proportion to which they are brought into that mixture will affect your marketing effort. So what are these 4 ingredients? We simply call them the 4 Ps. I'm sure if you check if you search your Google or you also a student of economics, they might begin to argue there are 5, there are 7, there are 14. I can tell you they are basically 4. Each of these ones can be expanded more, but for these basic studies, let's just focus on the 4. Okay, what are these? Are 4 Ps. The first is product, the second is price, the third is place, and the 4th is promotion. And then I will ask you, what do you think? What do you think about these 4 ingredients? How would they affect the way our businesses are sold? The first item there we need to understand is the product. What is your product? Basically, we all understand that a product is either tangible goods or intangible service that fulfill the need or want of customers. All right. In other way, we see product as customer solutions. Customer solutions, those things you produce, the cake you produce, the clothing you produce, the makeup you have for somebody going for a function, okay, the fruit juice you make, and on the smoothies and the rest of them, they are product. But then when you come to the intangible, like you designing a website, you having some graphic designs or interior designs, these are intangible. They are services. So any of those ones you have learned is either a skill, a product, or a service. All right. So when we say product, what do we mean? Is it just that thing you have come to learn? It is that, but not only that. So when you talk about a product, you're talking, and you must recognize that product have varieties. Okay, for you to capture the market, it's very important. You must understand the varieties the market needs. You must basically understand your market very well. You know your customers. So when the more variety you have, the higher chances of you having greater sales. Okay, so also the product refers to the quality. The quality is one of the reasons why your product will be bought more in one location and less in the other. Take for instance, let's say you have two marketing segments. One is the highbrow end of your city, or the suburb, or the low end of your business, of your market. All right. So the next truth there is that you must be able to understand what quality they desire. Because most of the time, quality goes with cost. Okay, so if you don't get the quality right, you might not make enough sales in that market. Or you can get the quality very high and the price or it become very expensive for the people. So you need to understand the quality. You must balance quality, okay, with variety. The next thing, it's not just all about design. It's all about design. How are those products designed? Are they designed to see if your product is for the older generation? It will have a particular look if you want to capture them. If it is for the younger generation, the design of your product is very important. The next are the features. What are the inherent things? See, if you're take for instance, you're making cake or bread, the younger generation will be more interested in something that is so sweetened. But if you're selling to the older generation who are more health conscious, your future must change. Okay. Sometimes one of the things that affect your product for some organizations already established is brand name. Well, let's not dwell so much on that since we take all of us here as new entrant into this business. We are just like, we're just called startups. The next is packaging. How your product is packaged will affect how the customers will perceive it and will affect the way the customers will purchase it. And finally, how about the service? Your after sales service. You know, some places you go buy things and that's the end of your relationship with them until you return again. But there are people, after you just finish buying things from them, they follow you, they ask for your phone number, you know, they'll call you and to check up on you, how you enjoy the product you bought, how, in case if you have any challenge in using them, how they can be of help and stuff like that. You know, it's very likely that when people take care of you like that, you will likely return to them. That's why your product is not just all about the product. It's also about the variety, it's about the quality, it's about the design, it's about the feature, it's about the packaging, and then about the after sales service. The second item there we saw on our 4Ps is price. What is called price? Price is actually the amount the end user is expected to pay for a product. How a product is priced will directly affect how it sells. You know, I told us at the beginning, there are in highbrow areas, if your product comes out cheap, it might appear to them as inferior, as being of inferior quality, because to them, they know that quality goes along with price. So you must be very careful how your pricing is done. So when you have done your product, the ingredient of your product, you're now bringing the ingredient of your price. this product I have produced, how much will I sell them? How much you sell them also, like I said, depends on the customer you're selling to. There are people in the highbrow area may care less about the price, and as long as the quality is right. But people in the suburb, the low density area called the mass market, they are price sensitive. To them, quantity is what they look out for more than quality. So and they are sensitive to increase in price, at least upward increase in price. They will celebrate it when you bring the prices down. Okay, so it's very important that when you are not considering how to price your product, it's not just talking about what is called list price or the shelf price, that price tag you see when you walk into a supermarket. You see that this cake is for, say, 5,000 naira, 8-inch cake for about 5,000 naira. I'm just making an illustration. Just for example, it's 5,000 naira or $500, if you might choose to call it that way. All right. But we say price is not just that tag. There are other selling things that make your price acceptable in the market. Other sub-ingredients like discount. You might say, for instance, my product, my 8-inch cake sells for 5,000 naira each. But if you buy 2, I will sell the price, I will give you 10% discount on the 2 you bought. That means instead of you paying 10,000 naira or $1,000, you will be expected to take 10%. What's 10% of 5,000 naira? Is 500 naira. What's the 10% of $500? Is $50. So you find out that instead of paying 10,000 naira or $1,000, you will be made to pay 9,000 naira or $900 as your currency may be. But I want to focus on the currency of the country from where we're transmitting, which is Nigeria. So if your cake is 5,000 naira, they can give you a discount. So discount impacts on the price. So your price is not just your price. Your discount is part of your price. But it's also very important to know how to use the discount. So you remember, I've told you, things that bring down the price in the wrong environment will bring down your sales. The higher the price in some environment, in the top end of your market segment or the highbrow areas, the higher your product is viewed as having higher quality. The lower the price, the more it is conceived as being of inferior quality. So discount must be appropriately applied. The next is credit terms. You might ask that, okay, if you buy 10 of my cake, I can allow you to pay for 5 now and pay for the balance 5 in a week's time. That is giving your credit terms. Is it part of the price? Is it part of the pricing aspect of your product? And then, of course, that credit term you have given, okay, that you pay next time, paying in 1 week's time is credit. That means the 5 is paying for now are for cash. The 5 is not paid on credit. And then allowing him 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month period to pay. It's the payment period that is allowed. All of this one impact your price. They impact your pricing. So you might find some customers who will rather, particularly those who retail your product, might come to buy from you because of credit terms. Okay, either in discount or either discount, credit terms, or even a period will just be enough for them to patronize you the more. The third ingredient is place. Okay, place just talks about the location or the distribution method of making products and services available to the consumers. Every product is sold at a place. But you and I know, even before now, but it's been more since after COVID-19, that location the place of many businesses have changed. You find more locations now being virtual than being physical. More of our marketing places have moved online. So you must be sensitive to your online market. Your place must be online. In fact, it is said now that there is a shift. Before COVID-19, the physical stores were the main markets, where the online stores were the support markets. But since after COVID, there have been a reversal. Okay, the physical markets or locations have become the supporting market, while the online have become the main market. People buy things across the markets. I mean, I can't forget last diet when we ran online. It was actually during the COVID in June. The students wanted to buy some gift items for their facilitators and their PMAs. You know, they imported the goods right from China. They imported those goods right from China. And those goods arrived and were distributed to the faculty members. They did not have to leave their location. Meanwhile, they are all scattered in various locations. Those products were supplied. They were, when the import arrived, they were cleared and they were shipped. You know, they were cargoed to us, where we were able to receive them and then distribute for the faculty members that they are the beneficiaries. Okay, for the beneficiaries, they were now invited to come and pick up theirs. So market has changed. Marketplaces have changed. If you are in business, you must recognize that. Otherwise, you'll be wondering why there are less patronage than before. People now save, and like in my own nation, price of petroleum products is on a regular hike these days. In fact, people no longer find it necessary to travel in traffic, travel long distances just to go buy. They will window shop online and place their orders and pay online. So your marketplace has moved online. So if you are in business and you do not yet have a place online, your business is only temporary. It will soon fizzle out. I can tell you also that you are most likely dealing with less than 1/3 or less than 10%. Okay, less than 10%, much more less than 30%, less than 10% of your true clientele base. So I am therefore encouraging us. You must move your business online. Okay, so we say this place talks about location. All right, these locations as well, I've just mentioned them. Is it virtual or is it physical? The next is channels. We know that now it's online, but where are your customers? There are channels online you must recognize if you cannot be in all of them. It's not necessary to be in all of them if your customers are not usually found on all of them. If your customers are, like they believe, are the older generation, you will likely find them more on Facebook than you find them on Instagram or on Twitter. Okay, but either way, you must find out where your customers are and be on their face in that place. Be there. Let your shop be there. If your customers are younger generation, or even some older generation now, many of the people of all ages are showing up now on Instagram, because Instagram gives the highest advantage of pictures and videos. Okay, so now you can find a lot of people there. Make sure you open an Instagram account. Open an Instagram account. You can find time and visit my own Instagram account and follow me there. My Instagram handle is at the THE Paul PAUL then Wolisa NWOLISA. The Paul Wolisa is my Instagram handle. You join me immediately after this meeting, and you go and see things that I have posted a long time. The beauty about online is that things that go to that appear online don't go away unless they are brought down. So you can find out things that might be out of stock that you never knew existed, and then you can place orders and get them if you're the one buying. All right. Your old stock that have been in your shop that many people have no longer been buying, you can upload them on your channel. Okay. Open Instagram account, open Facebook business account. Even people are selling a lot these days on WhatsApp. Okay, create WhatsApp, share your messages. Okay, do your marketing on even your groups on WhatsApp and Telegrams. The next is logistic. You find out that most people that sell more online are those that have ready arrangement with logistic companies if they are not into it. You don't need to be into logistic company, okay, to sell it, but it is good that your product sales are tied to a logistic arrangement, a delivery system. Find out, make it easier for customers to be able to buy from you and get the product delivered to them. So price to a customer is not just price; it is the cost to them. So it is them being able to know that if I am paying, take for instance, 5,000 naira for an 8-inch cake, and I am paying extra 1,000 naira to have it delivered to my house. So my cost, even though your price is 5,000 naira, my cost as a buyer, as a purchaser, as your customer is 6,000 naira. It will help me to make decision. Okay, if driving to your shop will actually cost me like 3,000 naira fuel, I will believe that I've saved 2,000 naira. Why will I not buy from you? I will spend that time also that I would have used being in traffic to do other meaningful business, engage in other meaningful business activities. So that is that. The next, it's out, okay, that logistic and transportation, they all go together. Okay, the channel of making sure that the product reaches the customer safe and timely. That's the third item. Remember, the first is what? The first P, can you just tell me? The first P is what? Product. The second P is what? Price. The third P is place. And then the fourth one is called promotions. This is one of the things we know more as marketing. These are the activities that we engage in to communicate the product futures. You know, all those your advertisement, all those mouth-to-mouth business sales you do with people, you know, all those, promotions, those buy one, buy two, and get one free. They are all the things that enable your product to be sold properly. It is believed that what customers look for when it comes to your promotion, it's the excitement of seeing your product. Some of them, you know, there are people I always tell students here when we have our physical classes, the same thing I'm telling to those of us that are doing online. When you are beginning to try now, as I am aware, some of us are baking cake. Don't bake your cake and keep them. No, share them with people. As your cake begin to improve, share them with people. Don't say, it is, I use money to buy those products, I must eat it. Fine, you eat it. When you now produce the one for sale, you will also eat that one. So as you begin to practice, as you begin to experiment, share your cake with people. Okay, you are a website designer, design free for people. Design free for one person and let that person become your raving fan that will introduce you to others if your work is good. All right, so when it comes to promotion, I say try. I mean, Jesus is one expert salesman who uses a lot of promotion. Jesus came to tell us about the kingdom of God, but he gave promotion like healings, okay, like deliverance, setting people, setting captives free. Those are promotions. Those are promotion, demonstration of power of the kingdom. Okay, so I mean, it's also believed that advertisement is very important. You might have the best product, unless people know that you exist, they might never know that they needed your product. They said selling, producing, and not marketing is like a man winking at a lady in the dark. Okay, if you wink at a lady in the dark, the lady will not see you. The lady will not know you're doing just anything. So it's very, very important. You must find out, you must let people find out that you exist. People give you opportunity to know how good your products are. So for your products to be sold, for it to be purchased and you make profit, we said you must understand these basic um, marketing principles, okay? Basic business principles of marketing. And we have told us as we study that there are 4 critical ingredients you must learn to mix well. Okay, when you mix the first one, we said is what? Is product. You must learn how to mix your product. What are the totality of your product? It's not just it's not just that your cake, how you package it, the features you have in them. Okay, the next we say is price, not just the price. Okay, it's not just your list price, not just that tag price. Other things, other venison you add to them, just like discounts, okay, and credit and stuff like that, make up your price. The third, we said it's a place. The place has to be where you can find your customers. These days, we say if you are not online, you are indeed offline in business. All right, so you must be online. You must be online for customers to see you. And then finally, the fourth is promotion. You must let people taste some of your product before they buy. Find a way, okay? Find a way to do public relations. Package your product and distribute to areas you think your customers exist. Let them have a taste, a free taste of your product. Okay, small portion. They usually after that they will begin to place orders. So you find that if you're able to do these 3 things very well, it is very likely your product will sell well. Thank you very much. If you have more questions to ask, please leave your questions behind. We will get to them and share with you on the platform. Thank you so very much. I hope this morning, you are blessed, and I hope to see you in class. Okay, but before you leave this class, I want to remind a couple of us who are complaining a lot, who are writing to us, saying that they were removed from either their classes or they are removed from their Telegram group. We have told you there are 2 reasons, 2 conditions why you will be removed if you have been removed. First is that you have missed classes more than twice. In our admission letter, one of the conditions we gave you to go through this program is that you cannot, our attendance of program is very important. You cannot, people give us reasons, oh, I'm in the office, oh, beautiful, as much as that is. But we're not running this program with you being in the office as a baseline. No, we are running this program for people who need this program desperately, who are sure they can make time for it because it's an intensive program. That's 1. 2, we hear things like, oh, I don't have internet, I don't have this, can we reduce the class hours? Can we do this? And we are amazed. This program is a crash program, okay? When we have physical program, we have 8 hours per day for the same number of days. We have crashed it into 3 hours. And some people are still saying it is so long. And meanwhile, some classes are saying 3 hours are insufficient for us. Please give us more hours to learn more. Okay, so please, this program, we're delivering it to you free of charge, to you from us. All our facilitators have shut down their businesses for 2 weeks, in fact, 3 weeks to attend to you. Because when classes ends tomorrow, this Friday, the next week is spent preparing, evaluating your program, your assignment and your project, and then qualifying those that are passed, all right? Or passing those that have qualified for us now to graduate on Friday. So the next 2 weeks, we are still very engaged, an intensive 3-week program. So please, nobody is paid. I am not paid. Our facilitators are not paid. Your PMN, the classes are not paid. These are people who have decided to be a blessing to you by being a blessing to God. So even though it is free to you, it costs some people a lot. And we are using internet as well to also be on the line with you. All right, so please, we pray for you that indeed, if you lack the resources, that God will provide for you, because you're the type of person we need to go through this program so that you will begin to earn income. You begin to earn income and be a blessing, not just to people, also to the country you belong. You pay tax. Okay, these are some of the things we do here. So please, the next reason why you'll be removed outside of you are not being in class, it's when you're there with an unknown name. We are aware that many people, when many of you, when we sent our link to you to sign in into the platform, many of you gave links to people, your friends, your family members, who were not taken in as students, who were not admitted, who didn't go through our admission processes, or even to some of your people who breached our laws, and we canceled their admission. We didn't give them admission. You went through the back door to give them the link to sign in. So we have a list of those who admitted. Any name that is not, and we have said it severally for the last 5 days. We wrote you to say that before you resume. Every day of the last 5 days, we've been telling you, please change your name on your Telegram group to reflect the name that you were registered with. Secondly, don't enter our classrooms without your registered name. Like I can assure you today, if your name is not on our register, nobody will admit you in the class. So please, if you're genuinely a student that was granted admission, change your name. It's as simple as that. Sometimes we know you forget. That's why we told our PMAs, who are the administrators and who are the hosts of the meetings, all right, that when you sign in, if they see you on time, so if you are in the waiting room and nobody's admitting you into the class, check your name. It's possible you're not being admitted because your name is unknown. Some people enter with system name, iPhone 6, on Samsung 3, 9, 20. No, those are not the people we give admissions to. We want to know you by the name which admitted you, so that we will know that everybody in the class is supposed to be in the class. Thank you so very much. I also want to announce that by now people should be planning on how to do your graduation. In Dsap, graduation is a big deal. Okay, so now as you do your products, as your products are ready, you bake your cake, you have smoothies, please go and showcase them on your Instagram page. This is when it starts. Go and showcase them there, and put a hashtag Dsap, hashtag DestaNG, okay, hashtag DestaNG, hashtag Dsap. So, and then you can hashtag another person you want, all right? Begin to do that. See, be proud of your product. Anyone, once you bake your cake, snap it. Don't worry, even if the initial one is burnt, snap it. Let somebody know you are doing something. So when the next one comes out wonderful, they will see the difference and how much you've learned. Showcase them. Let our Facebook, let our Instagram and Twitter accounts be filled with the pictures of what you are doing. Let the world know that you're learning. That's only how they can ask you. That's only how they can possibly become your potential customers in the future. Thank you so very much. I'm sure your leaders will be briefing you more with respect to your graduation programs. Also, on Wednesday of this week, something very critical will be done. We'll hype on that tomorrow. We will need you to evaluate us between Wednesday and Thursday. We will need you to evaluate us. Tell us more about this program, how you found it. Let us know the best way to improve it. Tell us, in all honesty, where we're not doing well. Tell us. Where we're doing very well, tell us. So that if we're not doing very well, we can improve on it. Where we're doing well, we can yet improve on it. Okay, and make sure that we don't lay down our guards on those areas we're doing well. Thank you so very much. I welcome you to a new school week, and pray that the grace of God will rest upon you. The wisdom of God will rest upon you. Thank you so very much, and God bless. So see you in class. Bye-bye.